UFC 258, here we go. We've got Kamaru Usman defending his belt again against Gilbert Burns. Now, this is a really interesting fight, not just because Gilbert Burns looks absolutely savage lately, but because Kamaru seems to be, and will be, fully fit for this one. By that I mean, in a few of his last fights, he has said that he was fighting on one knee for it, 1 foot, he hurt his hand, all different things. Now, you can say these are excuses, but he won the fights, so they're not really excuses. He's just saying, look, I was injured in these, you haven't seen me at 100%, so don't take me lightly still. Anything like that, if anyone is taking Kamaru lightly, mistake, big mistake. Right, let's start with Gilbert Burns. He's on a 6-fight win streak, just coming off wins against Tyron Woodley, which was incredible performance. Absolutely destroyed Tyron Woodley, nearly finished him in the first round as well, sat him down. And let's not forget what Gilbert Burns is here. He's an incredible jiu-jitsu practitioner who's developed the most insane hand speed and boxing technique. He's so good standing now as well as on the mat. If you go to the mat with him, there's not many people that you could say is as good as Gilbert Burns. Like the Damian Myers of this world is strictly jiu-jitsu, like almost like a Ben Askren was strictly wrestling. Gilbert Burns isn't just strictly jiu-jitsu. He's like a Brian Ortega. That's probably the best comparison where you can do both. And Gilbert Burns is seriously scary standing, and you don't want to hit the deck with him either. So Kamaru's game plan generally is to strip the base, take him to the deck. He's known as the crotch sniffer by a few people. I had it in another video where I said one of his fights, the one against Tyron, was boring. And I stand by that. I do think it was quite boring. I thought his one against Masvidal was a bit better because Masvidal was giving it some. I thought the Colby fight was phenomenal. I think it was misinterpreted that I think Kamaru is boring. I don't think he's boring. I think that fight was boring. Much like, is it the second Stephen Thompson versus Tyron Woodley fight? That was a dull fest. The first one was good. That kind of thing. But as I was saying, so Kamaru wants to strip the base away, take it to the ground, and absolutely destroy you on the mat. He can strike. We know he can. He's got power. He broke Colby's jaw. He's seriously athletic. There's nothing really he can't do. No one has seen his ground game really in the terms of transitions and submissions and anything like that, because he doesn't need it. He just holds you down and pummels you. But will he want to do that to Gilbert Burns? That's the trick here. Striking, I'm not going to say Gilbert has an advantage because I don't believe he does. I think Kamaru's striking is very underrated. I think the power carries most of the technique for him. It papers over a lot of the cracks, if it were. From the last time we've seen him anyway, he might be, substantially better right now, which I hope he is, because then it's even better Kamaru. So if he does strip away the base, take Gilbert to the ground, what does that do for him then? Does it allow him to implement his game, or is he now entering the realm of, oh crap, Gilbert's got me now, where he can wrap me up like a snake, whatever he wants to do? Will Gilbert want to take Kamaru down? I mean, that is a challenge. I don't think that could possibly happen. It could. It's MMA. Anything can happen. But I wouldn't have thought Kamaru's going to allow that to happen. Sit him on his back. It might be a John Jones era where, oh, he's on his back now, when Gustafsson took him down for the first time, and then DC, or the other way around, I can't remember. 5 of the last 6 results for Kamaru Usman have all been a decision. Now, the one obviously that wasn't was Colby Covington, where he broke his jaw and Goddard stopped it in the 5th. Arguably going 2-2 into the 5th round as well. Some 3 up Kamaru, some 2-2 Colby. I had it 2-2 to Colby. What am I saying? I had it 2-2. But when you look at those decision, it's a bit okay. But if you take it actually as the result, it's 50-45s, 50-44s, 50-45s. He's dominating every single round. His presence in the octagon and his technique, his style, everything about him isn't necessarily, not saying he shouldn't finish, doesn't want to finish, all this sort of thing, but it's about control. His game is control, and he's the best at it. Can he control Gilbert Burns? Can Gilbert Burns control him? That's going to be the aspect. If Gilbert Burns can get away from the control aspect of Kamaru Usman, I think Gilbert Burns has a real shot at getting this title off of him. I think it's the most dangerous test other than Leon Edwards for Kamaru. And then if Khamzat beats Leon Edwards, I would like to see Khamzat just challenge whoever wins this, just go straight in for it, because That's a world of its own. So who do you guys think is going to win this? Do you reckon it's going to be And Still or And New? I'd like to see your comments. All the comments in the last videos have been great. Some have been very horrid, but I like it because it's an opinion-based channel. If you've got an opinion, share it. It's you calling me wrong, that's cool. You say you agree with me, that's awesome too. It's all, I just want to see your opinions. It's good. Like the video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, because I'd love to see more videos like this get some attention. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.